Friends, today's NRI Samay program from Los Angeles brought to you commercial free by listeners like you. Your generous donations make possible for us to stay commercial free, and today's show is pre-recorded. If you have a question for the guest, please send an email to nrisamay@gmail.com. We will follow up with the guest and find the answer for you. Thank you for your support.
Hello friends, welcome back to NRI Samay. Yet another week and yet another incredible guest representing iIndia NGO, whose mission is to provide care, love and development for children living on the streets of Jaipur. So one of their earlier programs was School on Wheels, which we'll be talking about today. So friends, I'm Srikanth Kocharlakota from NRI Samay Social Radio from Los Angeles, and I'm with Prabhakar Goswami ji, Director, iIndia NGO, that's helping and giving street children a better future. So friends, just to recap on what School on Wheels is all about. School on Wheels is all about bringing education to children who do not go to regular school. Now these children are those who may be forced to work because of poverty, or there may be no nearby government school, or they and their parents may not understand the value of education. So the School on Wheels reaches out to them by bringing a school to where they live. It provides informal schooling on sidewalks and in spare corners and slums of these slums. So even though the centers usually consist of no more than a rug laid on the ground and a blackboard propped against a wall, they represent all the education some children will ever get. These are incredible lines I picked from the iIndiaonline.com. So you guys should go, just visit this website, i-indiaonline.com, friends. So Prabhakar ji, thank you very much for taking the time off and then coming to our show today. Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, Shrikant. Thank you very much. Yes.
So, sir, my first question to you is, why did you start this initiative of School on Wheels, and why did you feel that this initiative is really needed, sir?
Actually, when we conducted a research study in Jaipur city on the problem of street children, slum children and child labor, we found that there are a lot of children who are out of school. And when we asked why they are not going to school, we found so many important things that, number one, their parents did not want that they should go to education, they should go to school, which is half a kilometer or 1 kilometer away, or that is out of their slum. So, number one. Number two, there were the children who were going for the work, and the working hours was not combining with the formal school. So these were the two problems, intention of the parents that they will not send their children out of their slum area, and also that the children's work schedule was not combining with the formal school. These were the two major points which we wanted to address, and we started School on Wheels. And we thought a School on Wheels should go to their doorstep and provide education on their doorstep with the teachers and a bus and teaching learning material.
Excellent, sir. Very well articulated. You know, that's the need of the hour right now, and education is all that drives any kids or even the country's future, for sure. Sir, I heard of a lot of these government programs, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and all of these, right? So these programs are meant to encourage these kids or their parents to send them to school, or these kids joining the school. What do these programs are all about, sir? Why doesn't it fit into the structure in where these kids can be driven?
See, government programs are so structured, number one, and very, very rigid, very, very formal. They are not flexible programs, and they are not according to the need of the community. So their schools are running 7 a.m. to 12 a.m., 12 noon, then 12 noon to 5. But you see, there are so many children who are working as a domestic servant. There are so many children who are going to collect rubbish. There are so many children who are going to some small petty work. They are going to sell some items, and they are not able to come to school during the 7 to 12 and 12 to 5, and they can't stay this 7 hours or 8 hours per day. Otherwise, they will not earn their bread and butter, and they will not able to eat their food or lunch or dinner in the evening. So that is the problem. So government's program are not child friendly, number one. Number two, government programs are not according to the situation of the slum dweller or street children or child laborers. So that is the problem. So initially, when we started this school on wheels, government was highly impressed by the program, and they replicated the same program in the government, and they started their own school on wheels after our program.
Excellent. Sir, now when we come to this government planning commission that came up with this recent poverty numbers, right, and it says that the percentage of people below the poverty line in 2011 and 2012 statistics that I'm saying is just 21.9% for the country as a whole. It was 45.3% in the year 93-94, and then it dropped down to 37.2 in 2004 and 2005. And in less than 10 years, now they say that 2011 and 2012 poverty numbers are just 21.9% of our country is below poverty line. So now poverty being one of the reasons for lack of education, do you really think that these numbers make sense, sir? What's your take on this?
Actually, I would like to tell you that these numbers are not very much valid, and there are so many discretion in the definition of the BPL, below poverty line, and poverty, and it is when they conduct the survey, they miss so many important points. And I am running a school where I get only 10 to 20% certificate of BPL. But when I go to the field, I find that there are 30-40% children are below poverty line, but they don't have proper documentation, they don't have proper certification. That's why they are not included in the survey of below poverty line. And there is a lot of migrating population, there is a lot of floating population, and they are not taken care during the survey. So these figures are less than what actual scene is. Number one. Number two, but now in our government also feels that education is very important, and they have passed the right to education bill, and they have made it act as an act of Government of India. Most of the state government has passed this regulation, and they are implementing the act of the right to education for all children. Every child must be in the school, not out of the school, and they are trying their best to bring the children in the school. But still, there are so many points that children are not able to go. I have already explained you why they are not able to go, because they are not facilitated by the government with their calendar, with their work schedule, with their timings and everything.
Wow. Okay. And also beyond all this, sir, the recent episode of this Bihar school where 22 kids died due to food poisoning, this depicts the state of affairs in these schools. So when we see such news, we just think that there's just another disaster, right? A lot of these episodes coming on a daily basis. There's absolutely no sense of how to react also, and some people get emotional. So these episodes, bring this confidence down further. But I wanted to understand, sir, what's the impact of such incidents? You've been dealing with all these ground realities, bringing all these kids to school. You know how to bring this kid up to speed and then join a school or even, start learning something. What do you think, sir? These episodes, what's the impact?
Actually, Government of India and state government planned very well for the midday meal. All children must get midday meal, and it should be provided in the school. And some corporates also joined their hands, and through that, this program is being run in all over the India, and it is at very very big large level. But see, if such incidences happen in the country, these are very shocking. Number one, this is very insulting also, and it is a very alarming also. And whatever it is a 10 people or 10,000 people, every child is very important. Life of every child is very much important. So we are very much concerned for the life of even a single child. And if such thing happens, it is our great concern.
Right, sir.
It is our great concern.
Very true, sir. Now coming back to the school on wheels, sir, just to get an insight on how does this work, how long does this classes run on a daily basis, sir, with this initiative?
Actually, it is 2 hours classes only. In the school on wheels, there are 2 hours classes, 1 hour games, and 1 hour for the shower and the medical examination. So almost, and food distribution. The school on wheels is a integrated program in which the children come and join their center or school on the bus or in the nearby tent, number one. Then there are 2 hours lessons by a teacher or 2 teachers. It is according to the number of children attending one center. Number 3, then there are some sports activities, medical activities, and one-time hot meal is being provided. And also, twice in a week, we are giving a shower to all children. Because in Rajasthan there is a scarcity of water, and that's why we are providing them water for drinking also and water for shower also.
Excellent, sir. How many students attend this program? And the real point is, how many students come back regularly on a daily basis, sir?
See, about 1,500 children are attending these type of schools nowadays. We started with the 200 children by bus, and initially my wife started this school on wheels on cycle rickshaw 20 years back with 3 children only. But later we got funding from the Embassy of Finland, and we got a bus, and through that bus we could cover 200 children per day. But now, after 20 years, we are covering 1,500 street kids at 18 different locations.
Excellent.
And you were asking how many students are coming regularly. This is a very important question. So I would like to say only 40 to 50% children are coming regularly. Otherwise, some children are coming once in a week, some children are coming twice in a week, some children are coming thrice in a week. That is the frequency of the children coming to our School on Wheels program.
So you mentioned an excellent point. Embassy of Finland really supporting this program, right? How did you guys approach a country like Finland? How do they ever know about such a program? What was the effort that was put into bring in such huge backdrop, sir? How was that possible?
Shrikant, we are very normal people. We are very simple people. We were not able to approach such very important agency and bureaucrats and government. But we are very lucky enough. We have very good blessing of the poor children and their parents. One day my wife was teaching on the street with some 10 or 15 children, and then there was a tourist lady who came over there, and she asked, "What are you doing?" She told that she's teaching to these street kids and that. So then she asked, how you can expand this program. So my wife told, I want a big bus and I want to go to 3 to 4 points every day and cover 200, 250 children. So then she disclosed her identity, that she's working in she's working in an embassy as a diplomat, and we should send a proposal to her, and she will be certainly help the program. And finally, we submitted a proposal. It clicked to them, and we got funding for 4 years for the school on wheels.
Excellent, sir. Really, my hats off to Abhaji. Friends, Abha Goswami is the woman behind this excellent initiative. And unfortunately, I thought of bringing Prabhakarji and Abhaji, both of them, on air today. But unfortunately, Abhaji is out of station. And
Abhaji is listening our conversation today. Fortunately, she is here.
Oh, excellent. Is it possible I can talk to Abhaji right now?
Yeah. Should I give this phone to Abhaji now?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, Abhaji.
Hello.
Abhaji,
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abhaji. Really, I have my vibes are really high right now. I'm talking to you, incredible feeling, and deeply honored, Abhaji, to have you on our show today.
Yes, actually this is a great work. Actually, I want to see all children can be educated. So that's why we started this project, and we are helping children, and we also want that the big group can come forward to help these children, and maybe one day we can see the all children can get whatever they need.
Right, madam. And I was actually talking to Prabhakarji, and he explained to me your the backdrop of you basically, taking up this initiative of educating these kids, and then suddenly, out of the blue, God sent a person from Finland coming in, not disclosing the identity, and then eventually she ending up being working at embassy in Finland. Can you share some insights on how did you feel at that point in time, ma'am?
Actually, it was miracle. That time that lady came, and I was not knowing her, and I was involved in my work only, and suddenly she stopped her car, and then she gave the visiting card to me, and then that time I was not knowing what is the embassy, who is this lady, and I came back to my home, and I asked my husband Prabhakar. I shown the card to him, and then we went that evening to her hotel, and then we discussed, and then she, like this Aladdin ka chirag, like she offered me that you write the proposal, submit to us, and we will definitely support to you.
Wow.
And seriously, she gave the support for 3 years. Then next 1 more year, and 2 buses, 1 ambulance, and those buses are this date, up to this today, we are running this through this program.
Unbelievable. It's definitely God sent, and then getting such a support for the initiative. Broadening up these efforts is also very critical for running an NGO. And running an NGO is not that simple. Getting volunteers, getting people, getting the teachers and infrastructure is a key role as far as school is concerned. Ma'am, I wanted to ask you this. You were born and raised in these slums, so then you became very well educated. I want to understand, what are the odds for a typical kid who's brought up in slums to become highly educated? You saw the transition of being nothing, having nothing, to become highly educated. What are the odds, ma'am? It's super tough, I know that, but I want to get your insights, please.
Actually, all children have the skills. All children have great mind. This is only the matter of the opportunity. If somebody comes forward and show them right path, then they can go forward. So this can happen. The mind setup, all things are seen like the formal children or the rich children, and so this is the thing. When we can support, we can guide, we can motivate, and we can give them chance. It is a matter of chance. So when they get chance, they can be a good citizen, they can be a very good whatever we see.
Right, very true, ma'am. Absolutely, giving that opportunity, and then every kid is definitely gifted with something or the other, and we got to give them that opportunity or a platform where they can actually get trained themselves, and then eventually become a better citizen, and better young generation. Better is the future of the country as well. Ma'am, I want to ask you this. You ran the School on Wheels program. I just want to, though you have good backing, good support, and also you have very good structure, what are the difficulties that you face, ma'am, in running this School on Wheels program?
Yeah, this is actually the if any good work when you start and you continue, you get this is very, very difficult. To start thing is easy, but to sustain thing is very, very difficult. So in our case, every time 1 year we get support, and then in the last we see we don't have funding, we don't have support. Then again we have to try to the people, we have to submit again proposals, then we get the support. So these type of things, financial things are every time in our create problems. So this is also one matter, that the financial support is also, and also this community which we are helping. This is a group, not a permanent fixed group. You start saying suddenly 2-3 days, 2-3 days, months, they are in track, and suddenly they change their mood and mind, and they migrated also. So this is also very difficult.
Right. And also tell us some success stories, ma'am. You have been the backbone of these slum kids. Mainly, I've been reading about Jaipur, of course. I know you're concentrating on that area, but tell us some few incredible stories.
Actually, we have some children to whom we started with 4-5 years, when they were 4-5 years. Now they are becoming 18 plus, 19, 20, and they are graduated now. They passed the graduation, and now they are working as a teacher with our program.
Oh my goodness.
They are also going to school, and they are running the center. We have one boy, the Bhairu. We have another Alam, and they are running the center, and they know how to run the center. And their classes and their performance better to the formal teacher.
Wow.
And also the one boy, he is helping in our vocational training unit. One boy who is helping in our child helpline program. One boy is helping in our other program. One boy is now taking our teacher to the school and driving the car. So a lot of children coming forward to help another one.
Excellent, ma'am. Ma'am, generally when we talk about social work, of course, for you, your own personal experiences and migrating from a very downtrodden backdrop to really getting educated and then eventually helping all these kids. But there will be somebody whom you will be looking at, deriving that inspiration, that motivation to go forward, right? Can you name someone who's been really instrumental in driving you into this direction on a day-to-day basis, ma'am? Any inspirations of that nature? Because when we started this NRI Samay effort, right, we were adoring and liking Anna Hazare ji. There are some people who will drive you from the backdrop, right? Who are those, ma'am?
Actually, these are only the children faces, smile of the faces of the children, their confidence, the brightness in their faces, which I see. And this is the inspiration. This is the thing which I am getting, and I want to give back to them and more work for them. And I want to get more support for these children. And actually this is I have the empathy with these children, because my life was also like not so simple. When I was only 1.5 years old, my mother died, and then in the age of 50, my father died. So I saw also the difficult life. So these are the things which I want to, like, till my death, I want to help these children.
Excellent, ma'am. And the brightness of the kids is what motivates you and drives you. Amazing. No, it feels incredible to talk to you, and I'm really happy that I heard from Prabhakar ji that you'll be out of station, but I'm so happy that I'm talking to you as well. Ma'am, you know, on a regular basis, me being an NRI and seeing a lot of other people who are, you know, getting motivated. Some people are working on installing some reverse osmosis plants in remote villages. Some NRIs are involved in some building roads, schools, infrastructure. Some NRIs are funding for daily egg program wherein kids will be given eggs or something like that. I've come across so many things. Now, when we talk about this foreign funding, right, when NRIs are basically funding also, there's too much of tracking when an NRI or NRIs, bunch of NRIs fund an NGO or a charity organization. But then, for you, Finland Embassy has funded you, right? You would have faced a lot of hassles, right, ma'am? Was that difficult in getting through that? You would have gone through a lot of channels, right? Explain us through that path, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, it is the I can't comment on this.
All right. Yeah, I know. It is a tough thing, you know. I can imagine. No problem, ma'am. I can understand. It's not that easy. But, ma'am, I wanted to ask you, when you notice that there are a lot of kids who are involved in child labor, and which is unlawful, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys do, ma'am? Do you report these people who are employing them to? Because in front of our eyes, we see such things happening on a daily basis. And you basically dealing with these slum kids, you'd have come across such episodes, right? Such incidents. What would you guys do, ma'am, when you see such things happening around?
Actually, we are also getting a lot of child labor, and in the Jaipur, you know, in the family level, they have the Mohammedan families and other families and other Hindu family and all families, actually the big family. So they're all families involving in the gem industry or carpet or other things. So their whole family is working, and they are not getting the proper life. So in the morning they start working until night they work, and they are not getting proper food. They are not getting the education. They have the very bad health, their health and eyes and other diseases they are getting. So these are the little problem. But government and everybody is trying to withdraw in their hazardous work, and they want to help. And we are also trying to give them right future and good career.
Right. Ma'am, in India, even before I wrap up this program, I just wanted to ask you one last question, ma'am. As far as India is concerned, it is not just school on wheels, wherein you train kids in a school bus, which is going around the town and then educating these kids. What are the other initiatives that you do as far as India is concerned, ma'am?
Actually, we are focusing only on the children. Okay. And their development of the children. So we are providing each and everything to the children which they needed. Like we are giving them education, we are giving them skills, vocational training, we are helping in their healthy life, healthcare we are doing, we are providing food, good food and nutrition, and also the recreational activities, back to their family, like repatriation, and all the related things with the children we want to do and we are doing.
Excellent, excellent. Ma'am, first of all, I really want to thank Prabhakar ji and also you, for both of you joining us today on this show. Taking your time off and explaining us about this program and sharing your views, thoughts, and also initiatives with us. So thank you very much, Abhaji, and also thank you, and also convey my regards and thanks to Prabhakar ji as well, ma'am.
Yeah. We also want to give thanks to you, and we are very happy you have talked to us, and now we can share the things with all the people.
Excellent. Ma'am, one last thing, even before we do. How can our NRIs or anybody who's listening to this program help?
Yeah, actually, they can give the support to the programs which we are running. Like they can take some projects, some programs, like a school on wheels and other food program or health program. If they can initiate it and they can make it continue, that is very important.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And friends, if you want more information, you can go to i-indiaonline.com and you'll get all the details. A very nice little website. I've gone through this website, and then it's a very good website. You can get all the details there, and if you need any further information, you can write to their contact details are also available in their website, and you can write to them. You can also write to mail at i-indiaonline.com. Also, once again, their website is www.i-indiaonline.com. So friends, that's it for today. So that was Prabhakar Goswami ji, Director of India, and also Abha Goswami ji. She was a founding member of India initiative. Incredible man and an incredible woman, working for the generations who drive the nation in the coming years. So we're talking about the School on Wheels program, and it's all about bringing education to children who do not go to the regular school. Now, these children are those who may have been forced to work because of poverty, or there might be no nearby school, or they and their parents may not understand the value of education. So the School on program School on Wheel program reaches out to them by bringing a school to where they can live. You can get all that information from www.i-indiaonline.com. So thank you very much for tuning in, friends, and this is Srikanth signing off. You can reach us anytime at nrisamay@gmail.com. Do watch us on Facebook, facebook.com/NRI Samay. We're also on Twitter, twitter.com/NRI Samay. Listen to all our archives on youtube.com/NRI Samay. Thank you very much wherever you are in the world. A very warm good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Friends, if you liked today's show, please go to youtube.com/NRI Samay and click on the subscribe button. You will get notified every time we publish a new show. And you can also like us on our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Google+.